Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Just a quick announcement before we start.
Join us on February 17th at Our Secret Spot here in Sydney for the Pendulum Party.
We are extremely excited about this. It doesn't matter your sexuality. If you're heteroflexible, bisexual, homoflexible, hetero-accepting, homo-accepting, at all, everything, straight, bi, it doesn't matter.
Bi-curious even?
That's right. Even if you're a little curious, you've always wanted to know what it's like, you'll find us there. So it's going to be a place where you can safely experiment with your sexuality. And we'll...
Come out and join us. It'll be a great time. There will be a link for tickets on our Twitter feed as well as our website, www.bytheby.com.au. And you can also get tickets from Our Secret Spot's website, which is www.oursecretspot.com.au, and also from Red Hot Pie.
Exactly, and we're really excited. There's going to be glory holes, there's rooms to play, there's the spa, massage tables, and a lot more. So come and see us on February 17th.
So I was in the shower, I was cleaning my ass and making all sure it's all sparkly, spanky clean.
I'm not the funny one, I'm the pretty one.
Cock shots. I just checked myself out.
Candles, music, wine, and then lube up and get on top.
The glory hole's like a dick theater. I've imagined your family.
Which means your pants had better come off. Mama needs playtime. I did it.
We're not sluts.
We just love love.
Hello, everyone.
I was going to say that.
Oh, well, go for it. Go.
Hello, everyone. This is By the By. Welcome.
You didn't say who you were.
That ain't who I am. I'm Mr. Adam.
And I'm Mrs. Adam.
And once again, we have very special guests, Sandy and Danny. I always have to say it like that.
You don't have to.
Shut up. This is an episode I've been excited for a while.
Yes, this is going to be a fun one.
Do I have to act more oka?
More what?
What?
Oka.
Oka. Aussie.
Oka?
Wow, this is starting off on a good note.
Okay.
40 seconds in, we're lost. Oka. I thought you were like...
Oka.
Oka.
How do you spell that?
Not orca.
Oka. Oka.
Oka.
Oka.
Like poeta.
I thought that's what the New Zealand people did before they're like the...
Haka.
That's haka.
That's haka.
Not aka.
Not oka.
Oka.
Oh, wow.
Oka.
We have lost control of this.
Okay,
song.
wait. I would like to take a pause here. For our American listeners, if you can tell the difference in what they're saying, please let us know.
This is what the whole podcast is about.
Is there a shark in the water?
Yeah.
Okay. So this podcast, what we're going to do is we are going to go through Australian slang.
Oka.
Oka slang.
That's what we said. Oka.
Yeah. Oka.
Do you have a shorter word for slang?
Oka. You're
So
going to go
that's
through
it.
oka.
That's it. Oka.
Oka.
Is
I'm
that
being
means Australian slang.
I'm being oka.
We're not actually.
I thought that was obstinate. You're being obstinate.
You're so oka.
Oh my god, it's like fuck. You can use it as every sentence.
Yeah.
It's like, like fuck, fuckity, fuck.
It's an
Fuck,
adjective,
fuck, fuck,
it's a
fuck.
noun, it's a verb.
I'm gonna
It's
fuck the
a...
fuck out of that fuck.
Yeah,
and you're like,
fuck
I'm gonna
that fucking
oka the
fucker.
oka out of that oka.
I'm going to fuck that fucking fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Wow. Lost control already.
I'm looking at the time. It's like 2 minutes, and we're like, now you're sad. Okay. No. So we have words that are Australian slang for sex terms, and we want you guys to define them. If you can't define them once we say just the word, I
got
will
all
use
the
them in a
words.
sentence.
So can we phone a friend? No.
No. I will use them in one of my sentences, though. That's the thing. All right.
I've got all the words.
All right. This
All right,
is
do
going
you
to be
wanna start or do
exciting.
you want me to start?
You can
Okay.
absolutely start.
I'm going to start easy. And this is one that I recently learned. I did not know that this is what this means. Crack a fat.
Oh, to get a boner.
I love it.
Awesome, Sandy.
I had to look that
Thank
up
you.
on 2 different sites to figure out what that meant.
Crack fat.
You should have just phoned a friend.
Just phone a friend.
Crack a
I hate it when you're like in your ute and you're driving along and you're sort of a little bit sleepy and then you crack fat.
See, we used it in a sentence.
That's it. Yeah, that's what we should do. We'll define the meaning and then Put it in a sentence.
Into context.
I gotta be honest, I really thought that I would find something that they would not know, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna...
They're Australian.
I know.
Australian.
Australian, cunts. All right.
Well, that was one on the list as well, was cunt.
Yes, what's a cunt?
I think that's universal.
I think it is.
But Australians use it differently than Americans.
Yeah, you
Really?
gotta use it as a term of endearment.
At times.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you will look at your parents and go, "Hey, ma, you're a bloody cunt."
No, well, it's still one of those. It's still the word. Like it's the word. Like I think in America you have multiple the words that you don't say.
Okay.
Like particularly
Fuck.
racial words.
Oh, okay, like the N word.
Yeah, you don't just don't say it. And that is one of those words you just don't say very often unless it has good context.
For special occasions.
Yeah, well, that's why it carries
like
so much
Thanksgiving,
emphasis.
Christmas.
Christmas especially.
Wait,
Because
so
I
did
hate to
cunts,
deal with
did
those
cunts
cunts
look at
over
other people
Christmas.
and go, "You don't use that word. That's our word."
I don't know. Do you say
Did Tony Blair say
I
that?
don't. Just kidding.
No, it's used over Christmas, specifically because all those cunts come from,
Merry Christmas, cunts. This one's definitely gonna get the explicit mark on it.
I think so.
Anyway, yeah. All right. Well, we got cunts and cracker fat.
Yeah.
Is that spelled with a Z?
I actually.
You mean a Z?
Like C-U-N-T-Z or Z or
I don't know.
S?
How do you spell it?
Well, I think when you spell it with an S,
No,
it's,
you had it. It's your
different.
I think a Z would be friendly.
No, it's
wouldn't it?
Yeah, Z is friendly and an S is not.
Oh.
Well,
Wow, I didn't know that difference.
wait. How do you pronounce that differently?
Guns.
Guns.
Cunts.
Guns.
And how do you say it in an angry way? Like someone who you don't like.
Fucking cunt.
Oh wow.
Oh, that actually felt really
I
bad.
think the temperature dropped in here by like 4 degrees.
I had to put my jumper on.
I actually felt bad saying it.
She'll make up.
So
I'm really sorry. We were offending people like straight off the bat.
that's okay. We'll weed them out early.
If this is the first episode you've listened to, I'm really sorry. This is not.
Oh my god. So wait. Let's go back.
I'm so happy right now.
Let's go back to cracker fat.
Okay, cool. Cracking another fat.
Okay, so cracker fat is fat spelled F-A-T, not
It is.
P-H-A-T.
It is. It's spelled cracker fat.
Crack a
Okay.
fat.
Like a fatty.
Yeah, fat.
Okay.
Like a fat.
Which, when I hear that, I immediately thought it was something marijuana.
Oh, I would assume pork
Yeah.
crackling.
You would go to food.
You crack it like you do, like you put it in your mouth and you crack it. It goes crack and it's fat. Like it is fat. Like it's literally fat. You're cracking. You literally are cracking fat.
Right.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Really?
Anyhow,
Sure.
moving on.
Moving on.
Is that the first one?
How many are there?
I have tons.
Good.
I have tons.
Okay.
We'll
fuck
go.
ton?
We'll go to. We have a fuck ton. Yes.
Yeah, fuck ton.
We'll go for about
I
an
think
hour.
that's universal.
We'll go for about an hour.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You've got an hour of this. So just sit down, relax, and get your pants.
Hold
yourself
on
in.
tight.
All right. Franger.
Shit's about to get real. What?
Franger.
Franger.
Again, right out of the gate.
Wait, what did you say?
Condom. A franger.
I've never heard that.
I even picked this one because it's not generally used in Australia.
Oh, really?
Really? No, that's
that's
used a
used.
lot.
Do you use it a lot?
Yeah.
Why? Where
You
does
whack
that
on a
come
franger
from?
before you like shove it in.
That actually made me feel ill. That's disgusting. Wow.
What's the origin of this?
I think I'm being far more ochre than I would normally be, just quietly.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're so redneck.
Well, you said this was
Bogan,
like
it's
the
called
dollop.
Bogan.
You're telling the story. I'm just playing a
Yeah,
character.
no, it's great.
I'm playing a character.
This is
It's-
not me. I'm never like
Hey,
this.
Danny, whether it's you or not, we still love you. And the fact that you actually know these, I'm impressed because now when somebody says something to me, I can text you and be like, what is this? What does this mean? I have no idea.
translator.
Okay, apparently this is not normally used, however, in Melbourne. Do we know why?
Oh.
No.
Oh, see, I'm going to teach you something.
Oh.
Sit down.
Yeah, school me.
Yeah. It's not used in Melbourne because franger or franga, F-R-A-N-G.
Frank.
Is it a restaurant?
Something to do with Frankston?
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
What is it? Wait,
It's
something.
because it's more likely to be a diminutive of Frankston, which is a suburb.
And something to do with AFL. There's an AFL team.
Oh, yeah. It's a
We don't
sport
care
thing.
about that.
think-
Sports, we don't care. It's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know Franger, though. I've never
Franger.
heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Whack
use
on
it.
a
I gotta
franger
use it.
before you jam it in.
All right.
Oh,
little bit
Sandy,
of
do you
vomit.
know the difference between jelly and jam?
Jelly and jam.
Do you know?
Jelly and jam. One's jelly, one's jam.
I can't jelly my dick in your ass.
Wow. Wow. It just happened. That just happened.
Did. Yep. Minute 8:41. That's right.
All right.
Do you
all
think
right.
this will be the highest rated or the lowest rated podcast?
We're gonna find out.
Okay, you guys are gonna know this. Now I'm starting to think that I should be asking you these questions and see if Mrs. Adam
But
knows.
I won't know.
Okay,
I'm
so
not Australian.
Gobby,
Oh.
who I thought was a character from Harry Potter.
Gobby.
Yeah.
That's Dobby, isn't it?
It's Dobby.
Hello.
Duh.
Wrong
Is
podcast.
It, okay. Is it a blowjob?
I've
is
actually
a-
heard this recently.
Yeah.
This was one that
Because you
recently.
gobble on it?
Yeah. As in, this hot chick gave me a great gobby last night.
Wow, that's classy.
One of our friends actually recently said this word in conversation, and I was like, "What?" That was when I first heard it. It was in the past week or two. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I've actually never heard that one.
I
Yeah.
haven't actually. I put two and two
Yeah,
together.
because gobble and nom
Yeah.
nom 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 nom.
Interesting.
Nom, nom, nom.
No, because one of our friends in the past week or two, they used this term in conversation, and
Wow.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and they had to explain it to me.
So we have to put it in a sentence now.
Yeah.
I gave you the sentence.
Oh.
I gave you a gobby like 5 minutes ago.
Don't talk with your mouth full.
I rob
Oh.
Oh my god, this is great. This is everything I wanted this podcast to be. Okay, so that's so I knew this from the States, but I'm gonna say this one anyway. A blue movie?
A blue movie?
Yeah.
I mean, in porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So blue, I mean, I think that's a pretty classic, but yeah, just
Yeah, I don't know the background of it, but
I don't
there
either.
used to always be the blue light discos, which was sort of meant to be for like they were controlled by cops. I think the word blue came from blue lights.
Oh, yeah.
oh.
So I don't know whether it's similar.
Oh, so
sort
they
of-
were like protecting. It was like
protective. Yeah,
was a safe
sort of,
zone.
leave it to the
kind
cops
of.
to take
or
care of the
policed.
porn.
It was something
Yeah.
that was policed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just taking a wild stab in the dark.
That's all right. Before you take a wild stab in the dark, make sure you jam on a franger.
Before you give a copy? I don't know.
You have to say it the Australian way.
Franger.
Franger.
Boy. All right.
Put on your franger, mate.
Franger.
All right. In the nutty.
It's nude.
What?
In the
Obvious.
nutty.
Like,
That's
you
obvious.
seriously never heard that?
I don't know.
Is that
All
what
I
you're
picture
saying?
is like this little person, like in the
Nutty. Nuddy. Would you?
Oh, I was thinking
Not
N-U-T-T-Y.
nutty.
You know
Yeah,
what the
right.
first thing that comes to my head is remember what was that show with Ally McBeal? No, she was the lawyer.
Yeah, Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal is that the one?
Calista Flockhart
And
was in
it had
that.
that. It had that. Yeah, it had that
The nude
dancing
baby.
baby.
Yeah.
Just when I think of nutty, that's what I think of is like this
So
stupidly ugly
is it
dancing
like
baby.
naked or is it like naked? Because you know the difference between the two. Naked means you have no clothes on. Naked means you have no clothes on. You're getting up to something.
You're up to something bad.
Oh, I didn't. I've learned something.
N-E-K-K-I-D, naked.
Yeah, naked.
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 Yeah.
See, for me, when I hear in the nutty, now bear with me for a second here, but I picture like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like a little tiny person like climbing into someone's little nutsack and like.
Wow.
How
And
would you
then-
use
and
that
then
in
doing-
Please use that in conversation with that definition.
I don't know, but when you say it, that's what I have the picture in my head.
When I think in the nutty, I think someone like streaking,
Ah.
like as in
Okay.
not as in totally removed from any sexual sort of.
I do too.
connotation.
It's
Okay.
more of a
basically.
child.
Yeah, like I just ran through the house in the nutty.
Yeah.
Like I just got out of the shower. I'm in the nutty. Quick, get your PJs on.
Okay.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well done.
I've yet to stump them. Really, this is killing me already.
They're too good of Australians.
They're very good Australians.
We've
Okay.
been here all our lives.
This is an easy one.
It's almost like we're born here.
I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this word only because of our 3 American listeners won't know what it means. But pash.
Oh, kiss.
But you've talked about passion in your last episode.
I know, and
I'm
like,
a very avid listener.
I actually really like that term because to me, pash is a
passionate.
kiss,
Yeah.
but it's a very passionate, like I'm going to grab you and embrace and
it's
like
a
just
makeout session.
Yeah.
it's
You
like
can't
intense.
say pash
It's not
without
just
it
like-
sounding
So-
like you mean it.
Yeah, it's
I
not
will-
like a peck on the cheek. It's like an intense,
You don't pass your
full-on
Grammy.
kiss.
You don't say,
Yeah.
I might pash you. You say, I'm going to pash you. Like
Wow.
Wow.
Wow,
Like
get your
it's
sexy
always
voice on.
like,
I'm
Well,
sure.
so do Australians use the word snog?
yeah,
So what's the
Snog.
difference between a snog and a pash?
no.
A pash would be more romantic, would you say? A pash. A snog is more...
Snog
like a
usually means
quick-
dirty.
But a snog would be a quick...
When I hear snog, I think nightclub, like in the back of a nightclub. So quick, sneaky
I
snog.
once
I snog this bloke. Like that's usually where you hear it. And it's usually a female saying the word snog. It's not usually a male saying snog.
Really?
Snog this chick. You know, it's not usually that. It's
Oh,
usually
okay, yeah.
snog this bloke.
so
Girls
I,
don't usually have a deep voice.
I
Like
once met.
snog this bloke. Yeah.
She's a smoker.
Yeah. She's a pack-a-day girl.
Always watching Wazowski.
She loved to snog.
I snogged this chick and then I had my Winnie Blues out the back and yeah, it was awesome. It was a great night out. Sorry. Elaborate
I think you've just awked all over yourself.
You tangent.
That's
Nice.
Jenny from
So-
Blackdown.
there was
Thanks for your call,
No,
Jenny.
it's Deborah. Deborah from Blackdown.
lost all control.
Wow.
So there may have been this one time in Toronto. This one time in Toronto,
Were
where
you at band camp?
I was not at band camp, but I was working, air quotes, working. And I met this guy at a bar, and he had just come over from the UK, and he had actually landed earlier that day, and he was having a drink with his friend, and I thought they were together as a couple, and I was like, oh, his friend went to the bathroom, and I went, oh, how long have you guys been together? And he was like, we just traveled together. We're not together. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He goes like, my friend, he's getting married soon, and this is our last big trip. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He goes like, well, I'm gay. I went, oh, cool.
On a
goes-
snog?
He did. He goes, want to go up to my room and snog? And I went, in my head, I went, I have no idea what that means.
But I'll do it anyway.
But yes.
But what came out of my mouth was, yeah. And I learned what snogging is.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, it's kind of awesome. Anyway,
So, for all of you listeners out there, Mr. Adam, he loves to snog.
I get my snog on.
Yeah.
Do British people use pash?
I think they would use snog.
Yeah, snog's very much a British term.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would
Okay.
say.
Yeah,
I
I've
like
definitely
pash.
heard it.
I love
is
pash.
Pash is a great
It's
word.
so descriptive, and when you
Yeah.
hear it, you know.
I wanna be
It has
passionate.
punch. Like,
You
Yeah.
want to do it.
Pash.
Yeah, you want to be part of that.
snog.
There's
like
feeling behind it.
snog, like
The
a-
snog
yeah.
has an ugly early. It's
It like sneaks in,
doesn't sound good.
snakily
It sounds like
sneaks in.
It sounds like snot. And G.
It's a snake.
Ugh, it's
Snaky.
It's
Sneakily
gluggy.
snakes
It's
in.
gluggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas pash has punch. Wow.
There's feeling and there's
Yeah.
grr.
Yeah. Passion.
Wow, that's an aggressive pash.
Yeah, so,
Right.
yeah.
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 Thank you, Deborah from Blackdown.
Yeah.
So not
Shazza. Thanks, Shazza.
not being an Australian though, that to me is the difference between a pash and a kiss. A kiss is kind of a soft, kind of tender
Yeah.
type of thing,
It's
whereas
sweet.
a pash is like that grr kind of intense type of kiss.
Yeah, but see, when you say the word kiss, I think, well, that's like saying car, whereas pash means like Ferrari or something. Like
Oh
it's.
my goodness.
Everything always goes back. This is
always-
like, once again,
I
why do
can-
we call you Danny?
I can bring any analogy back to cars.
Yeah, you can.
Any.
You can. Don't
Any.
don't
Any.
tempt him.
Anything.
All right, we're gonna work on this.
No, please don't.
Like your morning poo.
Yeah.
How does that?
It's like my 84 stereo.
It's like your that's like your Pinto.
My morning poo's a 1977 Pinto, bright red.
So the
I should probably see a doctor.
Just sometimes it's flammable.
It explodes out the end. Okay, back to
Sometimes it's just the car you have to have. You don't want it, but you gotta have it.
Back to the list. Polywaffle.
It's a lolly.
It is not a lolly.
Could it be if you wanted it to?
But it
No.
is. No, but
It
it
is
is.
actually a
It is
lolly.
actually
Oh.
a lolly.
Not.
But it
Not
could be
according to
then
that.
be used
Oh.
as a sexual reference as well. But
It
I've
is a
never
sexual-
heard of it used as a sexual reference.
Yeah.
Ever.
Have you ever looked up blue waffle?
What?
No, just don't do it. It's worse than 2 girls, 1 cup. Let me
I'm
just tell you that.
thinking. Okay, so I'm thinking it's something now. Is it
Not
along
a
the poo
Cleveland
line?
steamer or something.
No, so polywaffle. No, it's not a Cleveland steamer. No, talk it amongst yourselves and figure it out. And I'm going to look up blue waffle so I can show you a quick picture.
Oh God.
Okay, wait. Polywaffle, you think it's a lolly?
It's a chocolate log. So I'm
Yeah, it is.
Like a Tootsie Roll. Maybe?
I don't
Do you
know
know
what
what a
that
Tootsie
is.
Roll is? It's a hard chocolate candy that's kind of almost taffy-ish. No?
It's.
Okay.
I haven't had a polywaffle, the lolly, in a long time.
This
think I've
sounds
ever had
dirty.
one.
I haven't had a
chocolate. It's a
Would you like my
log.
polywaffle?
Okay, so let's
okay.
go along that line.
I don't know.
As far as what you just said,
it's
like
a
do
blue
a
waffle.
polywaffle. Wait, what?
It's a
What did you show?
disease. It's a
Oh.
disease that apparently ladies get in their ladies' parts.
Oh.
So polywaffle.
Anyway, so polywaffle is not a disease. It's
But if
not.
but if you're thinking about it being a lolly, it's not a blowjob because that's a gobby.
There's plenty of words for blowjobs.
Well,
He's
maybe you'll
got
have to
the bag.
educate us on other ones,
Yeah.
but
Blowies. There's one.
yeah.
Well, that's obvious.
So if it's a lolly
I've never heard of it used in a
In
sexual
that context, no.
and a blue waffle is something bad in a lady part.
It's a male can get it too, but it's some sort of disease. I'm not going to look.
So,
Okay,
I've
so
lost
then
interest now.
if-
so we're buzzing out of this one. You have
Okay,
a
all right.
stump.
Alright,
A
let's
polywaffle apparently is a brothel.
Oh, so it's a
It's one of those rhyming slang.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, like up the
Yeah.
apple and pears.
yeah, and hit the
Frog and toad.
Frog and toad.
Hit the road. Yeah.
Oh, I just
Okay,
still
so
Okay, so for our American listeners,
Both of you.
Australians have this rhyming slang that makes absolutely no sense to any American ever.
yeah, what's the one for telephone?
but it doesn't make any sense to anyone.
The dog and bone.
Dog and
Yeah,
bone.
answer
Yeah.
the dog and bone. So
The
rather
telephone.
than say telephone or
Answer the dog
phone,
and bone.
they say the dog and bone.
But you know that it
because that's-
came
And you-
from
and
like
you hit-
World War One.
Yeah,
or
it was
World
Yeah.
a it was a code.
and it was
wasn't
code talk, but
Yeah.
like it wasn't exactly a hard code to break.
It was Ocker code.
Because it was rhyming, and so like you hit the frog and toad, you hit the road.
So they're saying, yeah, exactly.
Up the
So,
apple and pears, up the stairs.
so you
Yeah.
imagine some enemy is listening to the radio and going, "They said frog and toad. Do you think maybe they mean road?" Yes, I think they mean road. Oh, crack that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if they were like, oh my god, I had a full buffet breakfast at the Polywaffle? Yeah, do you think they think brothel? I said brothel.
Probably not.
Brothel? Brothel? Yeah, anyway.
Brothel.
So, yeah, so it's a brothel.
Okay.
Okay.
We stumped you.
You stumped us.
Stumped it.
Yeah,
I've never
Australians
ever-
8, Americans 1.
But
Yeah.
how really Australian is it if we don't know it?
Our sample set is 2, so it's so clearly not Australian. But my website has a .au at the end, so I'm going to say it's pretty fucking Australian.
It's totally here.
But what we're saying is that we've never heard any of these terms.
Maybe it's a
then-
Queensland or
then-
Western Australian thing.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay, okay.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe it's just an
Um,
old thing.
We'll give you an easy one.
Okay.
But the reason we're giving you this easy one is you have to explain why
Ooh, okay.
root.
Oh.
What
Well,
is
root
it, first
means
of all?
shag.
Okay.
Shag.
You want to go up to the room and root, love? You want to
Wow.
root, love?
That's just the classy.
But
Yeah.
why?
That turns you on though. You have to admit though when I say that.
Oh,
root, love?
I'd have to admit it doesn't.
It turns me on. But I like horticulture.
Well,
So what's the origin of this?
I have no idea. I have to admit.
I actually
don't-
didn't look that up. I didn't go to that effort.
I think just because it sounds like. It just sounds like sex.
Root.
Is it something
Root.
really?
If that's what it sounds like when you have sex, you should see a doctor. Root, 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 root.
It's a noise, mate. Just who I am.
Don't judge me. That's who I am. This is not the podcast of judging. This is the podcast of love. Yes.
Do
So
you anchor your seeds? I don't know.
Wow.
So this is my
That's
favorite.
actually really good. I like that.
Oh, I do. Actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I like this on this website that I found. This can inadvertently cause embarrassment for Americans visiting Australia if they declare that they root for a particular sports team.
Oh.
You know what's also
Because
funny?
I don't know if you know the. Do you know the baseball song?
Oh,
Take
yeah.
me out to the ball
Yeah.
game. So late in the song, you go root for the home team.
But I get
Root
that
the
though,
home
because
team.
we've been exposed to that.
Of course, yeah.
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 So you kind of understand if someone
You
you
suppose.
you'd still laugh, but you.
Yeah. But
It's more of a giggle than
Yeah.
a laugh.
Yeah.
You said exposed. But it's also oh no, I've lost my train of thought. It's okay.
That's okay. You fell off the train. You'll pick it up again.
Yeah.
So another one that I still don't understand why, but and this one has 5 definitions.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You win if you can get all 5 definitions.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay.
The word bugger.
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 Bugger. Bugger. Classic to the Toyota ad meant something went wrong. Ah, bugger.
Yeah.
That is correct. One of those definitions. To
There's
make a general
5?
mess of things.
There's 5
Yeah.
definitions.
You'll bugger it up was the.
Yeah. Bugger.
You'll mess it up. You'll fuck it up. Yeah.
So you have 4 more definitions.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Pressure's on.
I'll give you one of them. It's a common expletive. You just say it like shit.
But it's the same
Bugger.
thing.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
It's kind of like fuck.
means
It's a
it-
replacement for
Bugger.
fuck.
But if you
Bugger,
mess
yeah.
something up, you're just saying you buggered it up, or you're saying in the context of in the moment where you are buggering it, you've said oh bugger.
So
because
then you say the word fuck only when you're fucking.
No, when you fucked up, you say fuck.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Fuck.
But are you
Bugger.
when you fucked up? Did you actually have
But your
intercourse?
reference to saying the word fuck in that
is
moment.
it intercourse?
No. But if you you're hammering in a nail and you miss and you hit your hand, you go oh fuck, because you've buggered up. So you go bugger by the same respect, but it's not. It's just a present tense of the buggering.
Holy moly.
See, if you revert back to it and you say
Wow, this is complex.
I buggered up previously, and then it's past tense, but using.
I gotta
the
be
same
honest. You
verb.
don't have a website. I'm trusting Wiktionary.
What?
Wiktionary.
Is that a real thing?
It is.
They have a website. They have a website. It's gotta be real.
It's on the internet. It must be real.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only context I know of bugger is in context of something went wrong.
So you don't use it properly then, because that's
Past,
not the way.
present, or
So
future tense.
the way I was taught is actually the last definition of this.
You will bugger it up. You've buggered it up. I'll bugger.
Here's one, which is to describe something as hard to do.
That's a bugger.
It'd be a bugger to fold up a full-scale roadmap.
It's
But it's the same.
Sandy
It just
had
means
it.
it's open
Yeah.
to
That's a
failure.
bugger.
Yeah.
But it's
not the same. It's not.
But it is the same.
If you disagree with me, it's because you're wrong.
But it's anything that's hard. It means that it's likely to fail or more likely
It's
to
hard.
fail.
Like a
It's
cock.
a mess. It's a failure.
Yeah,
it's
but the
anything like that.
failure is.
So if you say your
is
cock is
bugger.
hard, it's likely to fail. Is that what you're saying?
I think he means hard in the
no,
difficult
because that's different
sense.
hard. No, we meant difficult. So if something is difficult,
Like
then
you.
it means it's likely
So-
to fail. Then it's likely to bugger up.
But if I'm difficult, I am difficult. Do you think I'm
Then-
You're a
difficult?
bugger.
Then you're
Yeah.
a bugger.
Am I?
Such a bugger.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
It means you will fail.
yo, I'm gonna fill you. This is my podcast, bitches. Sandy, you get a bye because you're pretty. But the one that you
bi
missed,
because you're
the
pretty?
one
Is
that
that
you
what you
missed,
said? Did you
that
say
doesn't.
Did you just say she's bi because she's pretty?
No.
But we can go with that.
Yeah.
All bi people are pretty.
What did they miss?
Sodomize.
Sodomize.
What?
Yeah.
But that's not an
That's not-
Australian term.
It's originally considered very offensive due to its meaning.
Really?
That's the way I had always heard it. Was bugger means anal sex.
Oh, as in, sorry, you're not talking in another word. You're still talking about bugger, right? Sorry, I thought you meant sodomize was the next word we were talking about.
Oh, no.
Me, and otherwise I thought
That's the last definition of bugger.
that's not particularly
Is
Australian.
it really?
Yeah.
Really?
I did not know that.
I'd always heard it in the like.
That's the way I always heard it.
I'd always
But
heard
from
it in the
British
other
friends.
I love buggering.
Well, get in line, buddy.
That's
like
the
being
thing,
buggered.
Sodomize means to have sex without the intention of
Procreation, I
reproducing.
think. Yeah, so it's like oral and
so
anal.
it doesn't necessarily. It could just mean
it-
straight up boring heterosex as well,
Wow.
because it just means you're not intending on
I
reproducing.
don't think that's correct.
But it can't be by the technical definition of it. It's saying
I don't think a court would find that. I don't think a court would uphold that.
No.
well, see, there's
most
a
people,
legal
when they hear
definition.
sodomy, they think
anal sex.
Anal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Because
accidentally, they think oral sex.
because it
Yeah.
has to be because it can't possibly reproduce by anal sex. Like you can't. It doesn't work that way apparently.
I guess if there's maybe if there's a tear or something in there.
Wow.
Maybe. But if it's a man, then no, you can't. I mean, you can keep trying.
Yeah, it's like the old
You
time.
keep
Bum no
trying.
babies.
Keep trying. Please. Okay. Moving on. Where's my list? On the pull.
On the pool.
Oh, you're trying to pick up a chick.
She's like
Wow.
She is so much more Aussie than you are.
She is. She's also far more attractive.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, that's exactly. Generally, a male getting dressed up at a bar trying to pick up a sexual partner.
Well
On the
On the
done.
pool.
Yep.
Had you heard that before? Have you been on the pool?
Yes.
To which one?
I've heard the term, but a long time ago. I haven't heard it used.
It's
In a
not
long time.
used. Yeah, very rarely. I haven't heard it for a long time. But,
But then we haven't been in
Was
that.
it used more when you were younger or?
Yeah, I'd definitely
Okay.
say younger. And I think, I don't know whether that's just purely a time thing,
Right.
like we're talking back in the 90s, or whether it's just because we haven't been in that.
You're not in that lifestyle.
Yeah, we've been married for such a period of time.
Oh, please. I leave. Every time I leave the house, I'm on the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pulling or no?
Not on the
Got it.
bus. Not anymore.
Oh,
They asked me to stop.
Right.
Mr. Adam, please get off the bus. That's what the guy said. I'm like, oh, you know me. Get off the bus. Anyway.
No, don't get off on the bus.
But it's so hot and stuffy and smells like armpits. Armpits turn me on.
Just for one.
Just the way Daddy likes it. So this one again, we know that you'll know what the definition is, but I'm curious to know why. Wank.
Wank.
On the pool.
It's a different pull.
Teenagehood.
For the record, anybody who doesn't know, wank is
To masturbate. To wank off. To have a
but
wank.
why? I love the
Where
word.
did,
I
where did
love
it come
it.
from?
Do they ever use it for a female?
To wank.
You
For
know, I do
female.
usually hear it for males though.
No.
It's just a
Yeah.
male
It's
thing.
usually a male thing, but I have heard it referenced to females
Have you?
as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you go to hear this reference?
It's everyone at work. I say, "Have you wanked today?"
Yeah.
And it's usually when they're very irritable. I ask them that
Oh,
question,
yeah.
and,
And then you
usually
go, is it your time of the month?
it usually instantly calms them down. Yeah. Yeah.
Does it now?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, they punch me in the face.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Oh.
That's why I get fired shortly. I don't know what the background would be.
Yeah, no idea. Anybody?
Nope.
No.
No, I actually just tried to quickly Google it, and admittedly, the very first thing on Google says origin, 1940s, of unknown origin.
That's helpful.
You can't give a date and then not know how it can't.
Usually these things come in steps. So as you know,
Oh, we all come in steps.
Yeah, well, I can. Yeah.
I come up the apple and pears.
Or over the bottom bone.
But usually, Rossi trombone. So you have wank, but then you have wanker. Like someone says, "Oh, you're a
Yeah.
wanker." Yeah, but then comes from tosser, which comes from toss, which means to toss, which means to toss away your thing.
Wow.
Best long explanation of it.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, where did that go?
I'm saying it came from masturbating, came from tossing, as in tossing away your thing.
Your seed.
Going to a tosser, like you're a tosser. Mate, you're a tosser.
Tosser.
You're a wanker.
Why did that become negative, though? What?
Oh, because he's being a tosser.
But that's now negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all are
He's
tossers.
wank.
Everybody
Being a
masturbates.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. It's like, you're a tosser.
Yeah,
Yes.
so are you.
Yes, it's fantastic. It feels really good.
Okay,
I
so
would
wait.
be doing it right now if you weren't standing in front of me.
I actually
Will it
do.
bother you?
Would that make a
If I start
difference?
doing it, will it bother you?
I do find something here, and I don't know. It's probably not actually accurate, but it says that one etymology places the origin in military barracks, where the rhythmic motion of one masturbating would set up a semi-musical sound from the bed springs, suggesting the onomatopoeia wank, 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 wank. This comment, of course, was unsigned.
I love it. I hope that's true. Wink, 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 wink.
Basically, nobody knows where it came from. It just is.
So if you created the word, if your granddad created the word in the Korean War, please let us know.
If someone needs to move their bed in order to wank, then they're not doing it right.
Or they're doing it fucking really right.
They're doing
and maybe
it
you've
way-
never done it right.
Well, they're doing it way more right than they really need to.
Oh man. That's why I don't do it in the car anymore. I burned out the e-brake.
That's the thing about masturbation. It doesn't require that much effort.
Wow, you are not masturbating correctly. My masturbation regime.
No, it can require that much effort. Like it can. Like it's better if you have that much more
It's
effort,
like
but
sex.
it doesn't require that much effort. Yeah. So if you were in a barracks with a bunch of blokes, you wouldn't necessarily be doing the whole.
Why not? Wouldn't you want to show
Full
off?
on.
Wouldn't you want to be like the biggest,
The
the
alpha,
best,
the alpha wanker.
I'm the biggest wanker in here. And someone go, yeah, you are, dickhead.
You tosser! You bloody tosser!
We're trying to sleep. Shut up.
Oh my god. All
We're
right.
gonna be up at 0600.
I have
Drill sergeant's gonna. Yeah. Anyway.
I have like 3 more.
And I might have a couple depending on what those are.
One of these is derived from an easy one, but it's Uncle Merv.
Oh, a pervert.
Wow, is that the rhyming slang thing again?
it is.
Okay.
Uncle Merv is a perv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd never heard that one.
Sorry.
That should have been your name instead of Danny. We should have called you Uncle Merv.
Merv. We'll call you Mervin now.
Okay, yeah, so there you go. Uncle Merv is a perv. All right, that was easy. 2 more. Slapper.
Oh, that's like a slapper.
Okay, you can't.
You can't define it by itself.
It's
can't
not
use
a
the
very
same-
nice. It's a woman. Like if
It's a
you
slut.
say slut, or
What's
or
another? Well, it's not
just
as harsh, as a slut.
Yeah. Like you say someone, oh, she's such a slapper.
So is it like a loose woman of some sort?
No,
Or
No, it's not.
No.
It's not even really necessary. When you say
You could even say
slut,
bitch.
it means it usually means sexual activity.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
defined around sexual
Yeah.
activity. Whereas a slapper usually means someone who's just is not necessary. It might mean in a similar sense, like in a similar.
Maybe it's the female version of a tosser.
is it like a catty person?
No, but it's
or a-
usually negative in that and it's usually in a reference to when you hear redneck, you think male,
Okay.
because you usually think someone hold my beer while I do this, and they die. Yeah, but it's usually. So then, in Australia we have bogan instead of redneck.
Right.
You have redneck, we have bogan, or westie. So when you say bogan, though, it's usually male orientated, and the slapper will be the
Interesting.
female partner of the bogan.
So the definition I have is female sex worker or prostitute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So
That's not in the context that I've heard it in the
Okay.
past.
So when you
But
say
that,
Westie,
that does make sense, though.
to go back to Westie,
Well, Westie was always like
is
a,
that
a
like
s-
what
a
do
Sydney
people from
version.
Perth call?
So this is the thing.
Is that-
Bogan was really originally a Melbourne term. Like in
You call
Melbourne,
people from Melbourne bogans?
No, in Melbourne they use the
It
word
was their
bogan,
slang first.
whereas in Sydney we use the word westie because it referred to people out west,
Or
like
west
Penrith,
of Sydney.
of Sydney.
is
Yeah,
Melbourne.
exactly. They were
So
westies.
then, basically, Bogan then kind of took over for all
Yeah.
of Australia.
Yeah, because it became not referenced by graphics. It was basically
Yeah.
it was just a general terminology.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I only have one last one.
All right. What do you have?
All right.
I hope this is a hard one. I hope you can't get this one because this one was. If you had given me a million guesses, I would have never gotten this one. Sprog.
To spit, Is it-
No, it's not.
isn't it? Isn't it?
No, not according to this.
What would you say?
I've never heard it.
Sprog.
I've heard of sprog as in spitting.
That might have something
As
to do with
opposed
it,
to
though.
as opposed to swallowing.
But that might have something to do with
Yes.
it. Yeah.
You're getting closer.
A gobnobbler.
Wait, what?
A gobnobbler.
Let's go back
A
to this one.
You mean a knob gobbler?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I'm very drunk right now.
So this is apparently it's two things. One, it means an old Australian term for an infant, as in the missus just gave birth to a little sprog, or the bugger's got 3 young sprogs at home. There's
Wow,
a use of bugger that doesn't mean difficult.
Yeah.
It's just a fella that's in a bad situation.
It's just a
But the
person.
definition here is semen.
really.
Which goes along with your
Yeah,
spitting.
spit and swallow.
Yeah.
Sprog.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Never heard that. It's
Sprog.
full of shit
Oh, please. You loved them all except for that one.
because it was false.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Wow. All right, I'll let you write the letter
All
to
right.
Wiktionary.
I would say one more, and then we might go off in a similar direction here.
Oh, good.
But one more that was not on there that is, I've only heard it in a sexual way in Australia, not in the US. Gash.
Oh,
Oh, that's a vagina.
it's like axe wound.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's go with both of these for a moment. Sandy, would you like to say that again?
It's a vagina, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And how
Show
did
me
you
a
define
gash.
it?
axe wound. Same thing.
Right.
Wow, that's
So
I
I
don't
will
even know
say-
where that came from. That it's a weird terminology.
Is
Like,
it? It makes perfect sense to me. You
Like, it
look
makes
at,
sense.
You look
Like,
at the genitalia and you're like, yeah, it's an
Yeah,
axe
like I get it.
Yeah.
Like, but who would sort of look at, be presented with such beauty?
How many axe wounds have
and
you
then
seen?
and then yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Well, then
That's what I feel like we should Google axe wounds and then type.
Let's not.
So I actually will. I'll say that I remember the very first time we ever realized that was a perhaps a slightly negative term for a vagina in Australia. We were up at I guess it was at Palm Beach. There's the lighthouse and there's that strip of land where when you're standing there you see water on either side.
Right.
And so we were there with Blue Steel. Hello, Blue Steel.
Hello, Blue Steel.
And another friend. And so we were up there, and Mr. Adam was standing there looking at, he was looking at the strip of land in the middle and the 2 bits of water to either side. And he was like, oh, it's like a gash, blah, blah, blah. And Blue Steel immediately was like, oh,
You can't say that.
yeah. And we were like, what are you talking about? Because we thought, like, gashes in a cut or on your arm, just like a slit.
I've never heard that as a sexual.
No, gash.
Yeah.
And so,
Wait.
so Mr. Adam was like, what? It's like a gash. And as soon as he said it again, Blue Steel was like, oh! And it was so funny. It took us about 3 or 4 times of this to work out the
So then you
word he was
repeatedly
reacting
say,
to.
gash,
Yeah,
gash,
yeah.
gash, 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 gash. We had a friend, and I remember we were at a party or something. Well, I think we were somewhere, and she had a scar quite high up on her inner thigh, and she said, "Do you want to see my gash?"
And proceeded to pull up her skirt, and we were wow.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy.
Wow, yeah.
And she'd be like, "It's a bloody gash. You want to see my bloody gash?"
I actually did want to see it, but
Oh my God, I love it so much. Yes, so.
So, given all of the slang and all the terms that we've heard tonight.
Oh, I actually have a couple more.
Okay.
I know.
All right.
Because
a couple of quickies.
A couple of quickies, chuck-a-sickies. So no, that's not it. One that of course they'll get, but I
Quickie
actually
wouldn't
love.
be just an Australian term.
Oh god, no, we do quickies in the States.
Less than.
10 seconds.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
That's efficient. How do you do that?
you warm up before. Lots of stretching and warming up.
Limbo.
Mapatazzi,
Yeah,
which I
that's-
absolutely love
yeah.
that. So, if we're not going to tell you people at home what that is, but just look at Tasmania and you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If you can't figure out what it is,
Just Google map of Tasmania. I think I did it the
Map
other
of
day.
Tassie.
Mapatazzi.
Yeah, and
It's going to be Tassie.
Well, yeah.
In fact, this one is spelled Mappatassie. It's a Mapatazzi.
It's not a map of Tasmania.
No,
It is a
It's a
Mapatazzi.
Mapatazzi. Just makes it a little dirtier.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and then the last one was Risty.
Risty.
Yeah.
I've never heard that, but I'm
Well, it
assuming it
wank.
means wank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a hand job.
To have
So,
a wristy.
She gave me a Risty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Urban Dictionary just like hitting Australia.
Say what?
Urban Dictionary just do it.
No, this was actually BuzzFeed. This one was from BuzzFeed.
Oh.
BuzzFeed Australia. It was a whole list of can you guess the Aussie slang sex terms?
Right.
Whether it's a sex term or not. So it's like
So-
chuck-a-sickie. Is it a
Yeah.
gross sex act or
Or is it a day
innocent
off work?
slang? Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so given all of the terms and whatnot that we've heard in this podcast, what are your preferred terms for these body parts? Like, what would you
Yeah.
call a vagina? What would you call your breasts? What would
Boobs?
what would you call them?
Boobs is okay?
Oops.
Boobs. Yeah.
Would
My
you
boobs
say
are sore
pussy?
today? Yeah.
Would you say pussy? Would you say vagina? Would you say twat? Like, what would you say?
Oh wow. No.
Depends on the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
Do you say show me your Mapatazzi?
Do you
Mapatazzi,
say
and it's
do you
all one
say
word.
do you always say boobs or like tits,
Boobs.
breasts,
Boobs.
anything?
I reckon it would go boobs.
Boobs. Yeah. That by default.
But yeah.
Boobs
from-
would be the default.
like on a day-to-day conversation.
Yeah.
Because
I'd
Because
say
it comes up in day-to-day conversation.
yeah. I would say motorboat, but yeah.
yeah.
Boobs.
Boobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But then
What about vagina, pussy, twat?
I'd say vagina.
yeah, I
Anything?
think
Axe wound.
Axe wound, gash.
I think when we sort of talk, if we were talking sort of out of context, like out of
We're talking about in the bedroom talk.
like,
Yeah.
well, we're talking. Okay, so outside of the bedroom, we'd probably say vagina, but then in the bedroom, you would, we often say pussy
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we do that?
because it has more.
Does it?
Like, yeah,
Like in the moment.
yeah. In the moment, it's more.
Yeah, show me your axe wound. I'll put my mouth in your axe wound.
Yeah, see, that would just go. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Go.
Axe wound is my new favorite thing, though. I see now that's stuck in my head. I'll probably never. I want a T-shirt that says, "I have an axe wound."
Wow.
I don't want to wear it. I want her to wear it.
But see, pussy goes really well with eat pussy. So that's where it usually. That's usually the context. Do
I would
eat-
just
Unless
say
you're a cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Poor Coco. Oh.
Hope she's hairless.
She was
How about your job?
okay. So what about
Why
like
not?
penis,
Yeah.
cock, dick? What would you say there?
I don't know.
See,
Actually,
for me, I have all those words are uncomfortable for me. All of those words.
yeah.
I don't like to say them in context at all. I don't like any.
Penis.
I feel uncomfortable saying any genitalia words.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
But that's because
I
I was
don't like
raised Catholic.
talking about
So-
my sexuality at all to anyone ever.
So what would you say then, Mr. Adam?
I don't.
Would you
What
say
would you
pee-pee?
what are you What are you more comfortable hearing from a partner?
pee.
could you touch my pee-pee?
God, I hate you guys. Put my pee-pee in your mouth. Does that make it better?
Put my pee in your butt.
Gonna make boom boom. I hate you guys so badly. I don't know.
And is it different coming from a male versus a female partner? Would you prefer to hear a different term from?
It is different from the male or female. Again, we've had this conversation before. I'm much more accepting of a male partner saying, like cock or things like that. I'm not proud to say this, but I've even heard the phrase "man pussy."
Oh, wow.
Because I would assume you mean butt by that.
They do mean butt
Yeah.
by that.
Well, that's
it's
yeah,
the thing you
okay,
fuck.
Yeah. That's
and
fair.
I'm comfortable with that. And I hear that. I'm like, all right, cool, that works. But if you say those words,
It's
makes,
not okay.
No, it makes me uncomfortable.
What are
Really?
you comfortable with me calling it?
I don't know.
You're not comfortable.
I don't know. I'm not comfortable with anything. But it's just I know that's a me thing. So
But is that because you don't normally need to talk about it? You don't normally
we
need
don't really
to
talk
specify.
about it. No,
You
we don't
just-
do a lot of dirty talk.
You're so comfortable with each other. You know what each
I
other
try
wants. You just do
I
it.
try to do a little bit, but he doesn't ever respond. So I'm like, meh.
Because she says something and I'm like, and that's tee-hee-hee is normally not what you want to hear from your partner when they say, yeah, you like the way your cock feels? Tee-hee-hee. Yeah,
Okay.
you wanna
Wait.
bury your face in my pussy? Tee-hee-hee.
So
No,
here's
that's not how it
here's a
goes.
different perspective. What about when I'm doing dirty talk with you when we're pegging?
That's a little different because then it's
So that's okay to call
Yeah.
it a
yeah, because
talk or
that
a
dirty talk
whatever.
is
Yeah.
dirtier.
But you've always referred to, you being the dom and you being the sub.
Yes,
so I'm
me.
saying you
yeah,
and
yeah, I'm-
Mrs.
Mrs.
Adam,
Adam is
Mrs. Adam
dom.
being the
Yeah,
dom,
yeah.
Mr. Adam being the
Right.
sub. So does the dirty talk revolve around that?
Possibly, because again, I'm not a dirty talker.
He doesn't really much, but I tend
I try
to.
the whole "you like that" and stuff like that,
Yeah. But I tend to do it. I'll do it a little bit in normal play. I'll do it a lot more when we're pegging.
Well, see, Sandy is very much receptive to the dirty talk.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost like I need to say it in order to trigger. Like it's almost like it won't
So
happen.
as soon
unless
as
we-
you say it, she becomes moist.
in her panties.
Oh, the look! If we could just capture that look and
The fact that she just threw up in her mouth and melted onto the floor.
it's like a little bit of spew just came
Yeah.
up. And she almost chucked.
Chunder. Chanda. Ooh, I got all Australian there. Thank you, men at work.
But I think that dirty talk is a big. I reckon you could do a whole episode on dirty talk.
Yeah.
It's
No,
it's
I couldn't
such a-
because I don't like it.
But it's such a big. I reckon it's such a big part of it because like Frank Zappa says, the greatest sexual organ is your brain. Like it's all about the head.
You had more quotes for more random things. And
you just make stuff up.
And they all come back to sex.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Abraham Lincoln
cars.
said. 96% of what
cars.
you see on TV
I thought it was the internet.
is on the internet is made up.
Yeah. He was very smart.
Thank you, Abraham Lincoln.
He was very forward thinking.
Oh, God. Yeah, I just don't.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dirty talk.
So then it comes down to dirty talk. How many? Within dirty talk, how many Australian slang words can you put into dirty talk? And does it make it better or worse?
I think that depends on if you're Australian or not.
I know it's the accent because if I say oi mate, I'm gonna get a franger so that I can, I don't know,
Check out your math
check out your math potassium and munch on your axe wound.
Gash.
Your axe, the gash. It doesn't sound as nearly as good as if. Are you choking on your wine?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. How's that? How am I doing for you? Is that turning?
That's good. Yeah, it's turning me on. That's good.
Do you have a? Is there a Australian slang for the penis?
Don't think so. Cock is
Cock.
probably used.
No.
Yeah, cock is similar to pussy. Like it's used
Yeah.
with passion. It's used with impact.
So I've seen a T-shirt that I want. That's a silhouette of a rooster and then an ampersand and a silhouette of a cat. As a bisexual, I think that is great. You look at that and you're like, I like that. But I feel like I could wear that around my grandparents and they'd be like, oh look, it's a chicken and a kitty. Yeah. What does that mean?
But also, even in the context of, you make the
like
reference from a
bones.
bisexual point of view, you're saying you like both, whereas, from a heterosexual point of view, someone might say, "Oh, that plus that equals fun." So it's
look at
yeah,
that.
like it's
So
actually
it's for vanilla people too.
yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
perceived differently depending on how
It's my
you
chocolate swirl.
depending on your perspective. I love
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do you have anything else to add?
It's like
to
the
this?
staircases.
Not
that
on the
connect
list
The
of
spiral
terms.
staircase.
together. Yeah, it's just no.
How is that like a spiral
It
staircase?
just is.
Wow.
Now can you reference that back to a car?
Now, what's the stair? Yeah, the stairs.
Yeah, reference a spiral staircase. How's a spiral staircase?
No,
like
not
a
the spiral one. The ones that there's that word for it, but there's the perspective. It looks like it's one staircase that revolves around and keeps going around. It's
You
MC
lost me.
Escher?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You lost me. I don't know.
Some sort of smart shit. I don't know.
Drink your wine, handsome boy. All right. Are we gonna wrap this up?
It was in a movie.
We gonna wrap this mother up?
Sure. Do
Do
you
you have
have
anything?
I have a question if you don't have
Oh
anything.
yeah, ask your question. Yeah.
So it's not a very deep one this time. Although
Okay.
we've not had a very deep topic, so whatever.
I like deep.
But this was one
you
that
like deep, please, bitch, please.
this was another question that came very early on, and we're just getting around to asking it. But given the topic, it seems a little appropriate. Would you rather fondle breasts or testicles?
Ooh, or
Is that-
breasticles.
Is that focused at me? Are you?
It's all of us.
All of us. Okay.
Yeah.
Breast.
Can you say both?
No, you have to pick one.
Oh, that's
For the
really
rest of your life,
harsh.
you can only play with breasts or testicles.
That's really harsh.
You can still have all the normal sex, but you can only
Fondle.
breasts
Yeah.
or testicles. I like breasticles. I think that makes me happy. They're like furry breasts or testicles with nipples.
Wow. Have you seen these in person?
Yeah.
Well, generally, there's more to fondle with breasts, boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say, Danny?
I'd definitely say breast because you can like get a handful.
Okay.
You could get handfuls of
motorbike?
testicles, but that
Yeah.
guy needs to go to the doctor.
Well, you
soon.
can get a handful, but not both hands.
You could. He needs to go to the doctor soon.
Well, yes. Yeah, quickly. Elephantitis of the testicles. That's never nice.
All right, Mr. Adam.
I don't know.
Does it depend on whether they're shaved or not?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually does.
I mean the
'Cause when I
breasts,
don't
of
shave
course.
my of course, Danny. When I don't shave my breasts, you don't want to touch them.
Look,
Do you
I've
shave
said
them or wax them?
I have said this before. I
Lazy.
am not looking to floss. Okay?
That's right.
Made that point before. I would. God, I go back and forth. Pun there. I would probably, if I had to pick one or the other, only because we're separating breasts and testicles from the rest of the genitalia, I would pick breasts.
All right.
So, as in, just not attached to anything,
Yeah.
just like breasts on their
Like
own.
if there was
and
one on the
testicles their
countertop right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
well-
like
Yeah.
Dexter style shit.
Yeah.
own. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well, then
mean-
breasts, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Because you're getting more value for money.
Bang
about
for your
real-
buck.
real estate. It's
Yeah,
location,
all
location,
about-
location.
Oh,
There,
awesome.
I reckon there is no better sexual organ than breasts. Like they're just.
Oh, I'm gonna argue that one right there.
Yeah.
Well,
What
yes
about
and
the
no.
one between your ears, Mr. Zappa?
Touche.
and you?
So I would have to say begrudgingly breasts.
Oh,
Because I
begrudgingly.
love to fondle testicles. Absolutely love it.
True.
For me, that's just one of those amazing feelings. I love to do it. But at the same time, I very much love breasts and I like to suckle them. And so if I could only really feel and suckle or whatever on something, then yes, I would definitely choose breasts.
Wow, we're 4 breasts.
For a breast.
So
So unanimous.
the result of this whole podcast
Sorry, testicles,
episode
we
is
love you,
breasts
but
are
we also
great.
love breasts.
Yeah, breasts are great.
Yeah.
Boobs are great.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much every advertising campaign that's ever existed.
And they've sold more beer than testicles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you that right there. Can you imagine? Imagine now. Let's go back in time and look at all of marketing.
If you
campaigns.
replaced every cleavage with a
testicle.
testicle cleavage, is there a word for
Wait.
testicle cleavage?
Think about Hooters for
Yeah.
testicles.
Oh God.
Can you imagine? Like,
What would we call it?
but it'd look exactly the same and just have hair on it.
Call it grapes.
Your plums.
Your plums. We could call it plums. Plumbing. I don't know.
Plumbers.
Plumage.
Plumber gap.
They wear budgie smugglers. But their testicles hang out on each end.
Or maybe there's a special cutout.
Yeah, it's a special cutout that shows ball cleavage. Yeah.
All right.
I suddenly want a beer.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
weird.
suddenly want to root.
All right, this is probably my favorite podcast ever. I'm just
Awesome.
going to say that right now.
All right.
To listen to or to record?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Sorry.
I think I'm amazing.
I've got to overanalyze everything, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I overanalyze everything too. So, we're going to wrap this up.
Yes.
Huge thank you to our guests again.
Sandy and Danny.
The luscious Sandy and the masculine Danny.
Thank you.
So check us out on Twitter at By the By Podcast. Find us on email, theatomsoflove@gmail.com. We have a website somewhere.
www.bytheby.com.au.
You keep getting more and more country when you say that. It's cracking me up. I love it. By the By.
And also on Facebook, if you search for By the By Podcast, all one word.
Kevin Costner is now following us.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So, hey, Kevin. We're BFFs now. You know, it's the way it goes. So, yeah, I love it. Kevin Costner is following us, but, you know, normal people aren't. Anyway. So,
How many Kevin Costners do you think are out there?
I know two.
Like, Kevin's a really popular name.
I know two.
Costner is like,
Not so common.
no, it's not so common. But it's
When
not
we were coming up
uncommon.
with names, it was either Mr. Adam or Kevin Costner. So, yeah. I decided I didn't feel like Dancing with Wolves.
Waterworld, Kevin Costner? Or...
Yeah.
No, Dancing with Wolves, Kevin Costner.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm like a wolf chaser.
Postman.
You are a wolf chaser.
So is wolf different than bear? Because oh god, now I'm confused. Anyway, so we're wrapping this mother up. So yes, we'll see you next time.
Well done, Mr.
And,
Tangent.
And thank you for listening to us here on By the By.